Caught on camera.
So let's watch. With a bag in hand, officers caught the coral kleptomaniac. Over and over again from several cameras, he's seen putting his hand into fish tanks and stealing coral. Yeah, he got nabbed there. The store owner said once they realized what was going on, they confronted him outside the store.
At first he handed over the empty bag, and then he was a little hesitant on handing over the other one, but when he finally did, we opened it up. The clam and some other items were inside.
Now in Florida, buying and selling coral requires a special license. The accused thief is out of jail on a charge of grand theft. And we want to thank you for watching Eyewitness News Live at 5.
Let's go to Latrice and Greg right now.
Although the Tennessee Valley has seen mild fall temperatures, health officials are reminding everyone to be cautious during flu season.
Can it happen different times? Sure. We've had peaks much earlier in the season and we've had peaks much later.
So far, 4 states have widespread flu activity. What local health departments are doing to help everyone stay healthy. Plus,
well, there is a little known secret in iPhones that could help keep you safe when you're out shopping. I'm Jamie Tucker. I'll have the story coming up.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News live at 5:30. Coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Glover.
And I'm Latrice Curry. It's been a wet day across the area, and the rain could leave us with some much colder weather later this week.
Let's send it over to Paul Barris. He's live at the Storm Alert Center to give us the first look at the forecast. Has it stopped raining yet, Paul?
West of the city, it has stopped raining, and these showers continue pushing off, or this area of rain continues pushing off towards the east. It's almost completely out of Hamilton County right now. It's going to be out of Bradley County by the time the 6 o'clock news starts, and it's pretty much over, again, over the Sequatchie Valley, over the Cumberland Plateau. It's leaving northeast Alabama, still over North Georgia. The heaviest rain is into the Blue Ridge Mountains. By the end of the 6:30, when our news is over with tonight, this rain will probably be just a little bit out into the Blue Ridge Mountains. We'll take a quick look here at our rapid refresh model, and this updates every hour or so. The 8 o'clock tonight, again, a little bit of light rain out over the Blue Ridge Mountains, and then pretty much out of here by 11 o'clock tonight. Lots of clouds, though, some fog in a few places. And overnight, by 7 o'clock in the morning, still lots of clouds. And then we get to about 9 o'clock, we'll see partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies probably throughout much of the day for tomorrow. I got the complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, thanks so much there, Paul. Well, across the country, officials say the flu virus is spreading fast this year, and it could be more severe than previous years.
But how do the numbers here compare to the rest of the country? Channel 3's Tim Pham took that question to health officials locally to find out.
Locally, the Hamilton County Health Department says influenza numbers are right on track where we typically are this time of year. But across the country, some are seeing an uptick in the virus. It's that time of year you might feel a little under the weather.
High fevers, lots of body aches, chills.
Flu-like symptoms can happen overnight, and this year the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the virus is spreading fast.
The H3N2 that we saw last year, and it is included in this year's vaccine, is the one that we saw the most problem with last year.
Once again, this year H3N2 is the dominant strain. The virus can produce more severe illnesses. 4 states currently have widespread flu activity. Last winter, there were none at this time. One of those states is Georgia, and that's why health officials don't want people here in the Tennessee Valley to let their guard down.
But I don't want anybody to fall into the false sense of security that just because we aren't seeing large numbers that they really don't need to worry about flu, because they do.
It's why Sharon Goforth with the health department wants families to get vaccinated. But just how effective are this year's flu shots? Health experts say it could only be 10% effective because the virus can find new ways to attack your immune system.
They will start to change just enough to kind of get around the fact that that person has been vaccinated and still potentially be able to infect people within that community.
The latest numbers show 7,000 cases so far across the United States. That's double the amount compared to this time last year, and it could be a sign of what's to come here locally. Officials say it's still early in the flu season. In the southeast, we typically hit the peak in late January or early February. In the studio, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, the Chattanooga-Hamilton County Health Department posts weekly numbers on influenza cases in our area. A link can be found on our website. In Middle Tennessee, Nashville Metro school officials say a large number of students at the Nashville School of the Arts are battling the flu right now. And state health officials are urging parents across the state to keep their child at home until they go a full 24 hours without any flu symptoms.
New at 5:30, police in Dalton need your help finding this man. Police say he's accused of punching a security guard after he was confronted for trying to steal a shirt from the Belk at Walnut Square Mall. The man was able to get away after he slugged the guard, but of course these images were taken from store surveillance cameras. If you recognize him, call the Dalton Police Department.
Well, today investigators work to determine what caused a deadly fire at a barn in Clinton, Tennessee. Officials say it started in the back of the main barn, which houses about 200 animals at the Little Ponderosa Zoo. Firefighters were able to keep the damage to one barn. Officials think 75% of the animals made it out alive. The zoo's founder and director described the fire as devastating.
My whole life is gold. I feel like that what I worked for is gold. My employees were very good and our people were dedicated. We had actually had an employee go in the flames and bring out a camel. We saved the camel.
Investigators believe the fire is accidental. However, it's not confirmed what caused it. The zoo is home to a wide variety of animals, including reptiles, birds, zebras, and camels.
And out of Southern California, where wildfires continue to rage out of control, tens of thousands of people in the path of a firestorm have been forced to evacuate their homes as the situation continues to intensify.
One of the cities on edge and in danger, Ventura, California. Jay Gray is there and has the very latest.
As the sun struggles to break through the smoke at sunrise, firefighters continue their struggle along the front lines.
We have extremely high winds, very, very low relative humidities, and our fuel conditions out there are absolutely about as bad as they could be for fire spread.
The Thomas fire exploded overnight, pushed by winds gusting over 50 miles an hour, chewing through the California hills, flames swallowing at times an acre every second. More than 45,000 acres have already been seared. 150 structures destroyed. And close to 30,000 families have been forced to leave their homes.
We can see the flames up in Santa Paula burning towards us, so we're going to grab the kids and all their stuff, and I don't know where we're going to go.
As evacuees rush to safety, fire teams continue to rush toward the flames.
We're in an extreme firefight right now, trying to save lives and protect property.
Look at this firefighter down here in the midst of that brush.
Battling multiple wildfires across the region now.
This is definitely devastating, definitely devastating.
As concerns and the flames continue to grow across Southern California.
Yeah, Mother Nature does have the upper hand in this fight right now, and forecasters say the dry, windy conditions will continue at least through Thursday here. Jay Gray, NBC News, Ventura, California.
Still ahead, terrifying moments for one Georgia mom when her newborn baby stopped breathing.
But thanks to some quick thinking, the baby was revived and returned to the mom safely. We'll hear the 911 calls next. And as we take a break here, this is a live look at our telethon that's happening right now. You see half of the representatives involved on the phone, the other half waiting for your call. The Chattanooga Area Food Bank is accepting donations. They're asking for just $3 donations to help ahead of the annual Share Your Christmas Food Drive that happens on Friday. They'll be answering your calls there in our old newsroom until 6:30 this evening. Give them a call. 266 live is the number, 266-5483. The 33rd annual Share Your Christmas is Friday. We'll be in Dalton, we'll be in Cleveland, and of course at the First Tennessee Pavilion here in Chattanooga from 4:30 in the morning, well before sunrise, until 6:30 p.m., well after sunset, I guess. And we'll be right back.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News traffic sponsored by CHM Memorial's Mary Ellen Loger Breast Center. We offer the best mammography technology, providing crystal clear results. Call 423-495-4040.
Wow, it's a busy day out there with the rain on the interstates. So, of course, some slowdowns on the interstates, 75 southbound, 24 westbound, and US 11. All slow go.
And some highlights on the surface streets. It's a mess if you're headed out. Be looking for accidents at Bonnie Oaks, at Jersey Pike, also Gun Barrel at Goodwin Road, North Terrace, Southmore Road, Lee Highway. There's an accident. Unknown injuries on Hickson Pike. That's in the 9000 block. Also an accident in the 5000 block of Hickson Pike. And those are just a few. One on Grubb Road as well. So plan on some extra time if you're headed out right now. A newborn baby is alive and well thanks to the teamwork and quick thinking of a Georgia police officer and the baby's older brother.
We need an ambulance. We need an ambulance. My mama, baby has stopped breathing. Newborn. Please send someone quick.
The officer says when he first heard the cry for help, his instinct was to run up the stairs, and that's where he found the frantic mother who handed her newborn to him. The officer says his first instinct then was to start doing compressions, and a minute later,
I started seeing the baby move, and I heard a little cry like that. That was a cry. That's when I stopped, and I turned it to my face, and I saw the eyes open and started moving. Oh, I was so relieved. Like, hey, here's a baby, because I don't know what to do with a baby.
that's proof of performance right there beside it. The officer says he cannot take all the credit. He says none of that would have been possible without the woman's son stepping in, directing him to the baby. Cool heads prevail. That's true.
So glad that story had a happy ending there. All right, every holiday, people are robbed or mugged in store parking lots as they walk back to their cars.
Yeah, now there's a new feature with the latest iPhone that could save your life. And coming up, we'll show you how to make a quick call to 911 and family and friends. You don't even have to touch the screen.
They came out with the little blue booties on their feet. I like that.
So let's say you're out shopping, you're walking back to your car, and you feel
They came out with the little blue booties on their feet. I like that. Within a few hours, they had me up and running with the internet, with the Wi-Fi television, all of that. The Wi-Fi is just on point. It's really, really quick. You get no spinning, you get no buffering, none of that stuff. It takes you straight to where you need to be. So So I told everybody that I knew, and I still tell them to this day, they need to switch over to EPB. I love my EPB fiber optics.
If you find yourself in a dangerous situation this holiday season, your smartphone will allow you to contact police or an ambulance quickly. A call to 911 is right at your fingertips.
And a new feature in iPhones is making calling for help even a faster and easier process. Our consumer technology reporter Jamie Tucker explains you can now call for help without even taking your phone out of your pocket.
So let's say you're out shopping, you're walking back to your car and you feel threatened, maybe like someone's following you. You can call for help by taking out your phone, opening the phone app, dialing 911. But let's say you need to do it a lot quicker. Maybe you don't want them knowing that you're calling for help. Most people don't know that you can call 911 from an iPhone without touching the screen. You simply press the on-off button, the one on the right side of the phone, 5 times quickly. It's going to do 2 things: sound an alarm and call 911. Depending on which iPhone you have, you may be asked to drag a slider to make the SOS call. But with the new iPhones, the 8, 8 Plus, or X, it'll place the call automatically to the nearest 911 call center based on your phone's GPS. It will also share your phone's location. After calling 911, the phone will then send a text message to your emergency contacts. They'll see that you've called for help and your exact location. Now, you may want to set up your emergency contacts. You can do that in the Health app under Medical ID, Settings, Emergency SOS. You open the Health app and then tap Edit to add names and phone numbers from your contact list. Yeah, this is something you will probably never need, but it's still a good idea to get it set up on your phone for safety's sake, as well as on the phones your kids use. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Apple has added the safety feature in iOS 11. If it's set off accidentally, there's a delay of about 2 seconds, so it can be turned off before you place that call through to 911. And the company has launched an iPhone 10 that is not tied to a wireless carrier. Now selling that unlocked iPhone 10 without SIM card on the website, Apple's website. Prior to last night, customers had to choose a wireless carrier in the U.S., but now you can pay full price and activate it with the carrier of your choice. The unlocked SIM-free option still starts at $1,000, same price as a carrier model.
Well, General Motors believes it has an easier way for drivers to order their coffee and food and make reservations. Today, GM launched its GM Marketplace. It allows GM owners to press a button on the dashboard to order food or coffee that they can pick up later in a drive-thru. An order is placed through a Wi-Fi connection. The car finds the nearest location and directs the driver where to go. Users can also make dinner reservations on the go and find the closest gas station.
A recent survey suggests more shoppers are splurging on themselves this year as they shop for the holidays. That survey by the NPD Group found that 19% of consumers definitely plan to spend more on themselves this holiday season. 40% said they are at least considering spending more. What are we all buying? According to NPD, items such as sweaters, boots, smartphones, cookware, and athletic apparel. Better hope you don't get that stuff under the tree from someone who bought it twice. Here's Paul Bears from the Storm Alert Center. How about it, Paul?
All right, the rain showers are still trying to get out of here, but the big news is what's going to happen over the weekend. Some very, very cold air is going to be spreading down, lows into the low to mid-20s, just in the city areas and probably into the teens elsewhere. So get ready for a big blast of cold air. The cold front has already moved in. It's going to be about 10 degrees cooler tomorrow than it has been for today so far. Here's the latest radar showing the showers out of Hamilton County and leaving Bradley County right now. Pretty much almost completely out of Dade County. Northeast Alabama, still a little bit of rain. Anywhere west of Hamilton County right now in Tennessee, the rain is over with, but still to the east of the city, there are some rain showers. They'll be moving out of Bradley County probably in the next few minutes or so, and then starting to leave all of northwest Georgia, coming up within an hour or so. Another look at the radar shows us rain all the way up to Canada with some snow up towards Maine and more rain all the way down to the Gulf Coast and some snow showers. Lake effect snow showers are going to be really flying up into Ohio and Pennsylvania and New York State for tomorrow. Probably, I imagine they're going to have up to 1 foot of snow in some places. And not because of a storm, just because of the lake effect. Lots of clouds still around the area too, and then we're going to stick with that cloudiness for much of tonight and tomorrow. 57 right now in the city, 55 Cleveland, 56 Dalton, 54 Athens, 52 in Murphy. Winds Right now, our comms are not much of a win here at all. 60 and 57, the spread on 3 degrees, not much. And we've had almost 9/10 of an inch of rain at the airport. Skywatchers told me south of the city, over an inch of rain from Dalton, Chatsworth, Fort Mountain, Blue Ridge, all the way to Varnell. Scottsboro, 1.1 inches of rain. Right across the metro area, only 7/10 Cleveland so far. 1.7, the Signal Mountain, 1.5 Red Bank, and about 1.25 from Lakeside to Soddy Daisy, 1.1 Lookout Mountain. And then north of the city, 1.5 Spring City and Dunlap, 1.4 in Coal Mountain, 1.2 Cagle Mountain, only 7/10 out in your Murphy, an inch out in your Turtletown, Jasper, 1.1 and 1.2 in Athens. All the rain pretty much south of us for tomorrow. This is Wednesday, 5 o'clock. Another cold front is going to start to spread in and reinforce the cooler air. Clouds are going to be right on the edge of us, so further south you go, better chance for some clouds. And then Friday, there could be some snow right in the middle part of Georgia, south of Atlanta, believe it or not. And then another wave of moisture, or at least a wave of cold, is going to be coming on down over the weekend. Tonight, though, 36 with the rain ending and northerly winds. Tomorrow, mainly cloudy skies, 48 northerly winds. And some clouds again for tomorrow night with 35. The 7-day forecast has Thursday at 47. And a little colder on Friday with 30 and 42 for the high and the low. And then coming up on Saturday, 26 and 45. Still plenty of clouds. Could see a snow flurry up in the higher elevations. That's about it. Sunday, 28 and 45. Monday, 25 and 50. And then maybe a little wintry mix coming up on Tuesday. Still questionable on that. It's a long way off. Main thing is highs in the 40s, lows will be dropping in the 30s, then the 20s over the weekend.
Getting cold just looking at that Friday.
It's
Thanks.
a slow process. It's a process, but it's there.
All right. Thanks, Paul. Well, the lights in the bathroom at a gas station are part of a creative way to prevent drug use.
We'll explain why the owner said lights can help fight the opioid epidemic.
And we don't want you to forget about the Share Your Christmas telethon going on right now. They are asking for you to donate just $3. Help them out. And of course, Share Your Christmas food drive coming up on Friday. Be sure and make sure you do your part so that no one in our community goes hungry. Call 266-5483, 266-LIVE. They want to talk to you. There are some people waiting to hear from you. Give them a call.
What the Tech is brought to you by
Gig City's only local provider of the fastest internet and sharpest HD TV, EPB Fiber Optics.
In a season of strong performances,
The anticipation is high for contestants and fans of The Voice. Not one, but two singers will be eliminated by the end of tonight's show.
It's a big night, huh? America's vote will turn the top 10 into a top 8. NBC's Stephanie Stanton is in Los Angeles with more on last night's performances, which included Lee University alum Brooke Simpson.
in In a season of strong performances, Team Miley's Brooke Simpson had her biggest moment last night. Amazing Grace lifted her to #2 on the iTunes chart, leading the pack.
No matter what you believe or where you're from or anything, I just hope that people felt something bigger than themselves.
Team Blake's Chloe Kohansky came in at #4 on iTunes with her redo of the Blondie song Call Me. While Team Adam's Addison Agan followed at 5 with her show-closing arrangement of the Britney Spears song Lucky. Hitting #10 was Team Blake's Keisha Renee with All By Myself. Renee's been harassed online over her country music aspirations, and Coach Adam Levine said people doing it are cowards.
I just wanted you to know that tonight you were speaking directly to them, letting them know that none of this affects you.
All I want to do is sing, and I'm being told I can't do that because I'm black. I mean, some things I can't change if I wanted to, but, you know, I mean, I'm having the time of my life, so take that.
Tonight, Renee and the rest of the top 10 will find out who's sticking around to be part of The Voice's top 8.
Tensions are running very high here at The Voice as the field gets narrowed from 10 artists to 8. Also tonight, we'll see a performance from Season 4 winner Danielle Bradbury, as well as Portugal the Man. Reporting inside The Voice stage, I'm Stephanie Stanton.
All right, you can watch the results right here tonight at 8 on Channel 3.
And we'll be right back.